Hello gamers, I'm Gloryhound, and this is
Dr. Gloryhound.
And today we're going to be playing
Red Rising.
Red Rising by Stonemaier Games. This is for... How many players is this for? Oh my gosh, I completely forgot to check. Apologies, everyone.
Up to a lot.
This one here is for 1 to 6 players, 45 to 60 minutes. I remember us talking about that and how we were like, oh my gosh, like 6 players playing this game? That would be crazy. I'm like, oh my gosh. I'm here with the glow sticks waiting, says the Game Boy Geek. Hello to all of our people in chat today. Phoenix area gamers in the house. Hello.
That's true. That is true. There's a lot of Phoenix gamers right now.
Phoenix has a really, really strong gaming community, which is amazing. Like, all other regions should be super jealous.
So is everyone like a big fan of this book, or are you a big fan of Stonemaier? Like, what's bringing people to this game in particular? 'Cause
right.
I had never heard of this book.
Me neither.
I had heard about the game, and then I had some Audible credits, so I just was like, oh, I'll get the first book, and
you
I
already
haven't started it yet. Yeah, no, I picked up the first one on Audible.
Well, now I want to read it because this seems like it's a very politically intriguing story because you have all of these different houses as you're going along. You have Minerva, Circe, Diana, Apollo, you have Jupiter, Mars, you have Luna, the Institute. There's all these houses that are around the board trying to do things, as well as in each house, like you have a certain group of people. Like I'm noticing the orange area here are usually engineers, white over here. What is this?
He's justice, he's an arbitrator.
And then blues, pilots.
Yeah.
We got gold elites. Of course, you're gold elites.
Financiers are gray because you have to be a little morally gray to be a banker. That's why.
So messed
That's
up.
why.
Hello, Jason. How are you doing? First time watching live. Love Dan and love Gloryhound. 2 great tastes that go together. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yeah. Oh, okay. So it's more like an adult version of a dystopian novel, like Hunger Games. That sounds really good. I was already super intrigued whenever I started reading. I basically like looked up the wiki, like link sort of thing on it, and I started reading a little bit about like the background, and I was like, ooh, I love political based like novels. They're so entertaining. But this is the collector's edition of this game.
Okay.
So it has all sorts of really awesome components. I need to show some of these components. Yeah.
Like this is a metal. It's all metal, like heavy.
Super heavy metal. These are like, I feel like
super heavy metal.
Well, yeah. No, sorry. I feel like these may be heavier than the terraforming Mars cubes. I'm gonna have to like put them on scales afterwards.
The standard terraforming Mars ones.
Not the standard ones.
Yeah. The fancy ones.
The fancy ones. Like they feel like that sort of heavy metal, and like the little ships are so stinking cute. Like these little ships, they're just so cute. No clue about any of this, just here for the crying that will happen. Well, battle cry. Just keeping it real.
Oh, geez, battle cry. What do you think is going to happen? It's like I'm going to lose. I did well earlier today, so now, like, just by how it usually goes with us, now I'm going to fail on camera.
You got your super cool, like, little plastic gem thingies here for your helium.
Okay. Jason says that the first book has some similarities to it, but then like the second and third book go very different directions.
Ooh, okay. And also these gold cards here, the elite cards. I don't know if you're going to be able to see this. I'll try to show you, but like
it's foiled.
Yes, it's gold foiled on the edges here, as well as it says gold elite. It does have like gold in there, which is so stinking cool. Whenever I was looking through this and I came across this card, I was instantly like, oh, that looks so neat. Oh, I love it whenever game companies do amazing stuff like this. And they're also important kind of on the side because they kind of tell you what you need for different cards.
Well, I'm like impressed with this fancy little fox tray thing going on here.
Oh, do we have the top of the fox tray thing? I know I'm going to ask for everything that's like out of sight.
Yeah, you are. You want to like leave the house? Go get it?
The portion that goes on top of this looks like a cute little fox face.
Just gonna ask me for everything.
See? Look at it! Look at this adorable little fox face. The whole box opening of this game is just amazing.
Yeah, the production quality is really good. And for anyone who's new to these live playthroughs, this is not a how to play. Dan does a very good job. Game Boy Geek does a very good job of doing the how to plays. That's his arena, that's his job. Our job is to do a should you play. So by the time you're watching this will give you an idea if you like the game, if it's something that you feel like you want to go out and pre-order, which I think the pre-order opens up in 48 hours.
Yeah, it's really, really soon. I'm so excited about this, playing this game. All right. Doctor, you get to go first on this here, and I'm House Jupiter. My house power is whenever I gain the sovereign token, which is this little thing right here. Let's see here. Even if I already have it, I advance 1 space on the fleet track. So apparently I'm just like really fast. Ooh, I almost gave myself the sovereignty token here.
That's fine. Just give yourself some bonus stuff.
Just give myself some bonus. Just sprinkle a few little bonus points over on top of my
want
stuff.
Some helium to start off with? Here, take a little bit of that.
Yeah, I'll take that too.
Yeah, no, that sounds good.
Hello, Alexander Schmidt. Yes, the pre-order should be open at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time on Wednesday.
Nice.
Perfect. Thank you so much for the update on that.
All right, so I'm going to try some fancy plays here because this game is 100% all about the way you combo off the different cards based off what you have in your hand. So I'm going to start off. Oh, is there something you want to say?
Oh, I just wanted to note really quick, victory points are on the top here for the majority, and they're sprinkled around the board. We'll talk about them whenever we get to them.
Please don't talk about my sprinkles on camera.
And there's bonus points here, so we are trying to get a hand of around 7 cards by the end of this game.
Good luck.
Yeah, I know. I did not get 7 cards the last time I played this.
All right, so I'm going to play Danto. So it says, move a copper or white from any location to directly under this. You may gain that card if you do end your turn. So I'm going to move this copper directly underneath, and then I'm just going to gain it and end my turn. So I won't get any of these bonus actions.
No bonus actions for you. Okay.
Yeah, kind of reset that.
Okay, so on top, you got to like double check everything that's going on. Oh, I want all these things. Hold on. Oh, I hate it when I want all the things. Oh, and then, but you blocked the play I was going to do, Doctor.
Did I?
Yeah.
Definitely part of my plan.
All right.
We're allowed to forget about our player powers if we want to, okay? That's a thing that happens sometimes.
I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this over here, and my power says I may gain a blue from this location. If I do, I end my turn. So I'm going to put it here. And then I'm actually going to be able to take this card right here, which is not normal.
Yes, you are not normal.
Which is a pilot. I don't know what it is, but like I'm going to take it, and then I can always discard it later. I'm putting that in my hand.
All right, so we're both like just doing some weird stuff. I like it. I like it. Boy, okay.
Ooh,
so I'm going to play...
Ooh, this is good.
You need to calm down. I'm going to play this one right here. So Virga is very interesting. So it says advance twice on the fleet track, then all other players advance once on the fleet track. So I'm going to go to there, and you get to follow me. I'll let you, come back here. Hang out in that.
Hang out in the fleet area.
I'm turning you backwards, though, because you're not going to need to go forward anymore.
Or how I forgot the player powers most of the game. Sometimes that happens, especially when you're live and you're talking to people. Stuff does happen. That's why it's always a should you play.
And I'm going to take this card here, which is going to go ahead and trigger this ability up here, which is going to give me some helium. Which is one of the ways to end the game. Last time we played, I ended the game really quickly by going all the way up here and then gaining 7 helium, and I was able to trigger the end game.
That would be interesting. Do we have any other ones out? Like that.
You can do it.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and scout instead of leading, which is what we've been doing, putting down cards. So I'm just going to take one of these out like this, reveal it, and then I'm going to put it down in an area. But I don't get to do any of like the cool stuff for it. I just get to put it on top of a location and gain that location's bonus. So I think what I'm going to do is I will put it here.
Interesting.
Like so. And no, actually, I think I want to put it here. Because if I put it here, then I get this sovereignty marker here. And then I get to advance up the fleet track.
What? Oh, because that's what your special power is?
That's what my special power
is.
is.
We actually played as different factions earlier today. I was playing as Apollo, and you played as what? Minerva?
Yeah.
And we actually took the test on Stonemeier's website.
Oh, yes.
It's a 3-question test. And so since I went heavy into the infantry, I know, shocker for everyone who knows me, I'm definitely still an infantryman at heart. I ended up getting House Jupiter, or House Mars, and then I looked at it and I was like, oh, what? They're the bottom of the pyramid. Oh, this is messed up. And then she got Jupiter based off of what she picked, because, she's sneaky.
I'm definitely going to have to read these books, though. I'm really super curious about them.
All right, so I'm going to play this card here, right? And so it says, you may reveal 2 golds from your hand. If you do, place 2 influence on the institute. I have 2 golds. I have Victra and Nero.
See, this is what I'm talking about. You always figure out how to maximize things right away, and I'm not down with that.
And then I'm going to take this card here. And that's going to...
Take that there.
Right there.
Wow.
Just gonna go from 0 to 3.
Doctor.
I have a plan, all right? Trust me. I have a plan.
I'm going to go ahead and put down this nanny right here. And it says... Oh, no, wait, hold on. Okay, no, I'm going to put her here. So if deployed directly on top of a silver, white, or a copper, move that card to the top of another location and then gain 1 helium. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to put them there. And then I think I'm going to go ahead and put this one over here.
Okay.
Like so. I'm going to gain my helium, but then I'm also going to take this card here and take another helium. For reasons. Mm-hmm. Jason says, I blew through the first book in the last 2 days. Oh my gosh. Did you just hear about it as well? Like, did you just hear about it from the board game and then you're like, all right, I got to get these books, and then you read through them super fast? Jupiter is more stupid. That's not a thing, battle cry.
Mars,
that's not a thing, battle cry.
It is. That's a thing. That's a thing, and that's on you. All right, so I want... That's interesting. There's a couple different ways I could play this. I'm going to go and place here. This is Diplomat, right? So Diplomat says, you and an opponent of your choice may place 1 influence on the Institute. I'm not going to choose you. No, I'm kidding. I'll choose you. Go ahead. So you get to place 1 on the Institute.
That's so nice of you to give me one little tiny thing over here. Influence on the Institute. It's very kind of you.
I'm going to pull back this.
Oh.
And I'm going to just keep on trucking. I'm just going to keep going there. Nothing to see here. So how do you trigger endgame on this? So I know it's like if one player gets to 7 here and 7 helium, or like to 7 there, and is it 7 here? Okay,
so if one player
and this is for a 2-player game.
Yeah, fulfills any 2 of the objectives.
Okay.
Or if several players fulfill 3 objectives.
Right.
The objectives being 7 of the helium, to 7 on this track, or 7 in cubes of influence on here.
Okay.
So 777, super easy to remember.
Yeah, I know there's a lot of 7s in this game. I'm assuming there's some reference to it in the actual story itself, which is pretty cool.
Okay.
Last time I triggered it by, like I said, about having 7 helium and then 7 on the fleet track.
I'm going to put this over here. Okay, I'm going to put down the politician. And if I do, I may reveal 2 golds from my hand right here. And then 2 influence on the Institute. So I'm just going to take 2 little influence, put it over there on the Institute like so. And then, let's see here. I kind of liked that one too. What is this one? Opponent choose, gain 1 helium. Oh, choose an opponent. That opponent chooses 1, gain 1 helium, advance on the fleet track, or place 1 influence on the Institute. You gain both other options. Ooh, okay, I'm taking that one. That sounds fantastical. And then I get to put a cube on the Institute as well. Do you like this? Do you like this over here?
All right, you ready?
And Jason says, yes, exactly. That's exactly what they did. They just blew through those books. They were like, what is this? They were as intrigued as we were.
All right, so this one says, if deployed on Luna, reveal the top 2 cards of the deck and place them under this card in any order. So we've got a gardener and a conversationalist.
There's a lot of people on Luna right now.
They're just hanging out. If deployed directly on top of a violet or pink, move that card on top of another location. So I'm going to place it like this. Yeah, we've got like all kinds of shenanigans going on Luna here. Right?
I keep on like looking at the cards because one of my cards says, you know, they say at the bottom, hey, you need to look for these things. I keep on thinking that one of them is out there, but it's spelled like off by like 1 letter. And I'm like, dang it. Keep on wanting to be that thing.
Whenever you are ready.
Oh, you know what I didn't do whenever I pulled this card? I was supposed to roll that dice there. Apologies. Let's see here.
Not if you did the scout.
Hmm.
Because you gain a location bonus still with the scout.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
That's when you do the lead.
That's when you do the lead, and then you go ahead and gain the top card of the deck. That's right. What do I want to do? Okay, I like this. I think I'm going to put that one down.
I do like how they laid out these cards, all the foiliness and everything. And in case you can't tell, there's all kinds of really interesting things where you got your points up here, but then there's all these bonus points you get on the bottom if you are able to meet all the different objectives, which is not always easy to do.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put... I really need certain cards, and like they're just not coming out for me. But I'm going to go ahead and put this on Mars. So choose an opponent. I choose you, Doctor. I choose you. And that opponent chooses one, gain 1 helium, advance on the fleet track, or place 1 influence on the Institute, and I gain both others.
So whichever one I pick, you're going to get the 2
I'm going to get both of the others, yeah. The two other ones. The later books are definitely longer, but man, is it hard to put them down. Ooh, it's kind of a really, really good book. I first heard of Red Rising when I won a giveaway on Goodreads. Oh, I still need to choose a card, sorry. For free on Kindle, then the book, let's see here, was released. Only started reading it in December, blew through books 1 through 3. I wanted to take this guy.
So you're going to already take a point in the Institute.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay. So I took that. So you get to put another point in the Institute if you want, and you get to use a helium, I think, was the other one.
I do both.
Right. Helium, and that's literally what I just said. Why are you like this?
2, 4, 6.
I get both. I know.
I get all the things.
I'm aware.
I want all the things, okay?
It's an interesting little fight over there for the Institute.
It's not really a fight at this point, Doctor.
Because you're beating me by 1?
I have high hopes. I have high hopes, okay?
Sometimes. I wonder about you.
Okay, I'm like, what do I need? What do I need?
I'm going to place here.
What are you doing?
That one.
Oh, Doctor.
We're tied in helium.
Are you trying to put some stuff down there?
It is your turn.
Okay.
So this game says about 45 minutes to 60 minutes. I think at 2 players, though, it could go quite quickly. Depending on who you're playing with.
Yeah, definitely depending on who you're playing with. If you have somebody that goes through a game very, very quickly or pushes those boundaries really, really fast and doesn't care about getting like maximized points in their hands for a game, it could go much faster, I think. Okay, let's see here.
When I first heard about this game, I thought it was all about the Kool-Aid Man. Red Rising. It's the Kool-Aid Man bursting in, grabbing little children and stealing them in the middle of the night. It's basically your classic Kool-Aid Man / Freddy Krueger type of mashup.
Okay, there's one there. I'm looking at what's out because I have cards that reference things.
She holds up one finger so you know.
May reference things in the future. Okay, so I think I'm going to put this over here. It says, move a copper or white from any location directly under this card. I may gain that card. If I do, then I end my turn. So I'm going to take the copper from right here. I don't know what it does, though, so I want to read it really quick to see if I want to gain it or not. You and an opponent of your choice may place 1 influence on the Institute. That's an interesting one, I think, though, that... I'll put them like this. Oh, that's crazy. The Diplomat gives you points for having the exact same number of... you know, I'm going to take the Diplomat. I'm sorry. I'm going to take them. That seems too good to be true. I changed my mind, everyone, okay? Oh my goodness. If you're having trouble getting specific cards, take a peek at the end of the game, the end game ability out of the Pulse Armor on Jupiter. That might help you out. Oh, okay. What intellectual property does not currently have a game or a good game that you would like to see one published? That's a really tough question, Jason. Oh my gosh. That's a heckin' tough question.
Wheel of Time.
Ooh, Doctor. I think you nailed that.
Reveal the top card of the deck and place it.
Yeah, I think you nailed that.
I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to scout.
What are you looking for, Doctor? Why don't you tell me what you might need? Oh, you keep shooting up there. I'm not a fan. Not a fan. Okay, so did you already go up all your stuff and everything?
I did.
Okay, so I'm going to put this here. Wait, hold on. No, I want to keep that one, I think. Oh, this one will be interesting.
Oh, really?
Okay, so this is a researcher. It says, place one random banished card at the bottom of this location.
We don't have any banished cards, though.
We have banished cards from last turn, though. Or from last play.
I don't think that's how that works.
No.
Yeah, I don't think so. There's actually more cards in here than I thought.
That's fair. There's a lot of cards. So this...
So we're playing with all new cards, and you didn't even...
I didn't go through... I wanted all new cards from the last time that we played. Okay. So I made sure and separate those. This is also a deck that can go under here. The only reason why I don't have it stacked is because it's so big on here that I can't see where the ships are at. So that's exactly why I did that. So I'm going to go ahead and grab this. I'm going to grab this and then, then I'm going to go up one there. Like so.
I want to freak out.
Are you racing for like the last one?
No, I would never do that. It's about 20 minutes in. You want me to end it?
I feel like you're racing for it.
What are you talking about? We'll play the auctioneer. So choose one and I'll get the other two. I feel like it's interesting this time we've really picked up the same cards and played them over and over and over again. Not over and over, but like I played it, then you grabbed it, then you played it, then I grabbed it.
I'm going to pick the Institute.
You're going to put one in the Institute?
Yeah.
Right, so I'm going to go up here and you grab one of these?
Yeah. And then...
hold on, I got to still pull something
back. Oh, you
back.
still got to pull one back. Okay.
I'm going to pull back this one. Put me at 7.
Really, Doctor?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yes.
Not a fan. Okay, so if this is deployed on Mars, Luna, or the Institute, deploy one other blue from this location to Jupiter. There aren't any. Well, maybe I should put it... Oh, maybe I should put it over here, actually. I think I might put it over here, because then we get this other blue out over here.
No, it's coming from your hand. If this is deployed to Mars, Jupiter, Luna, play one other blue from this location to Jupiter. Okay.
Yeah, so I'm going to do this. We're going to take this person. I love burying cards because a lot of times I won't even remember what it was. And we put this on Jupiter, which is going to go over here. And then I'm actually going to take this card here from Jupiter. And I'm going to go up like so.
Can you take it?
You sure can. Well, I didn't deploy this one because I moved it over there for this action. What? It says, if this is deployed on Mars or Luna or the Institute, deploy one other blue from this location to Jupiter.
Yeah, you just deployed it to Jupiter. It's saying specifically deploy.
Okay,
so you just deployed it.
I deployed it to Jupiter.
And you can't take it from there because you just deployed it there that round. You'd have to take from one of the other locations. Unless I'm crazy,
I'm going to need a rules check. I'm going to need a rules check. I deployed to this location, and so then, therefore, I can pick any other location.
I don't know, but it's saying that you deployed there,
No,
too.
I don't think that's the case.
I know that whenever you deploy twice, that you can only take one card and still get the top bonus from the planets.
Right. You don't get the other stuff from it.
I don't know if you can take it from that spot, though.
That's the whole point of, like, redeploying stuff. You still get the deploy action for Vigra. So then my deploy would be over here, or
So
I
you
would
would
get
get-
2 actions.
No, you'd get this deploy action.
Jason
right
is
here.
right. You get the deploy ability of Vigra, but you can't take her. Okay, so.
So you'd get this. You can get this right here.
Right. I deployed here.
Right.
So I still get to pick a card for an action, right?
Right. You just can't take it from here or here because you're getting this deploy action also.
And then I get this deploy action as well. Okay.
So do this deploy action, then you can pull from these 2 areas. So you're going to Mars or
That's less than ideal.
Because you get her action. There it goes. Advance twice on the fleet track, then all your opponents advance once on the fleet track. So you go up to 6, and I go up to 8.
Yep. All right. Perfect. Thank you so much for being in chat. I appreciate it whenever we have someone so knowledgeable in chat that we can get questions answered right away with little things like that. I really appreciate that. Let's see. You can only take from Mars or the Institute. We really appreciate that, though.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to get at. So
I was like, no.
Because it's very specific with deploys
Okay.
versus move. Usually if it tells you to move, you're just
Okay.
moving it, you don't get the deploy bonus. But it's like if you get this bonus, you can't pull it back.
I'm glad that we came upon that issue, though, because sometimes, like when you're playing games, that stuff doesn't always come up the first time. And then, you know, when you play it several times after, you're like, no, how does this work? And then, you know, you're searching BGG and stuff. So it's always nice whenever it appears on a stream like this, you know?
So I'm just thinking of how I
And then
want to do
are you
this.
thinking about how you want to win immediately? Is that what you're trying to say?
No, we're tied up on a lot of stuff.
We are tied up on a lot of stuff.
So I do not like that.
I think that overall, what you should do is get cards out here that I need personally. So if you could just flip over cards and put them in the locations that I need them, that would be ideal.
No.
I would appreciate it. Battlecry says they're never any help. And I'm going to say that's kind of true. But you're here, you're always here, and you're always making us laugh. So that's kind of helpful in its own way, Battlecry. But as for rules, I feel like you feed us more false rules than anything, Battlecry, just to see what we'll do.
I think I can trigger the end of the game.
What?
Yeah.
I knew it. I knew Doctor was going to do this. I knew this was going to come up. I knew it was only going to be a very short game and you're going to try to push the short game just because you just want to end it and hope that my whole plan did not go through. That's Doctor's whole plan, is to make sure my plan does not go through. So then, like, you get the maximum amount of points. Because I play the long game and Doctor plays the short game, okay? Battlecry's the hidden traitor, absolutely.
You might win, though, because how does ties work on things? How do the ties work? Do you know?
Oh, okay,
When you
so
tie in a location?
it's right in the bottom of the game stuff there. What do you mean if you tie in a location?
So, like, say we tied here.
Right.
Or say we tied here in the
Well, we're
Institute.
still going to go ahead and get our maximum amount of points
Right. What if we
here.
tied in Institute? Do we just both get those points?
No, the Institute has a different portion. So the Institute has, the highest one has 4 and then 2 and then 1, and then breaking the ties, oh, maybe that's for full ties. Oh, I didn't think about that. So Jason says, I'm reading about the game. There's a definite distinction between deploy, which permits the deployability, place, or move, which do not permit the deploy abilities. Ties are friendly. Okay, so we'll both get points for that.
Our eyes are 10. Okay, let's go. Let's do this then.
You're just going to end it.
Yep.
Just going to end it.
So I'm going to place that there, politician.
All right.
Show you 2 gold cards.
Oh,
So it's gonna give
fancy.
me
Oh, my God.
2 influence, right?
She's so fancy,
And then I'm going to pull
Doctor.
this gentleman back here, the Justice, and that's going to give me another one. And I'm at 8 and 7. I'm first player, so you get 1 more turn.
Okay.
And then it's all just on these. I have no idea if any of these are going to pan out.
This is going to be terrible. Oh,
If I trigger it, do we
no.
both get 1 more round? Probably not. No, that wouldn't make sense.
This is going to be like... Oh, this is going to be so messed up. This is going to be so messed up whenever I place this card out because...
Is it going to do something?
Okay, so the card I have here...
Mm-hmm.
We're so close on everything that the stuff on the board directly influences the stuff in my hands and the points that I'm going to get. Card I have to put out is choose one opponent, and that opponent chooses gain 1 helium, advance on the fleet track, or place 1 influence, and then I gain 2 other options.
Right.
So you are going to determine whether or not I'm going to lose or win some serious points on my cards. Like serious points.
Give it the old placey place.
Like serious points, everyone. All right, so let me double check my cards.
I think it's all going to come down to what cards we have in our hand, and I don't know if any of mine are going to actually pay off or not.
All right, we're going to try this. We're going to put it right here. So choose. Choose wisely.
Influence.
1 influence. So I get 1 helium.
Mm-hmm. So you're 5 helium at 4.
I get to go up on here. Okay.
Yep.
And then I'm going to go ahead and choose something. Okay. So there's nothing in the Institute, so I'm unable to take this one here.
Weird.
Which is specifically why you did that.
Yeah,
but
because then I can hold that one.
What I am going to do...
Yeah, I agree, Alexander. I'm like, that's pretty chaotic to play at the end.
I don't know. It was the only one. It just was the only...
You still might get me. I don't know if I'm going to get very many bonuses off my cards here.
I'm going to take this one here, which is going to move me up like so. And hopefully that's going to win this. I hate having only like 5 cards in my hand though, because, and here's the really cool part. If you have more than 7 cards, every card after that is a negative 10 points. So they want you to have maximum 7 cards. Absolutely, right? I was like, oh, I'm going to I'm going to try this out. We're going to see how this goes. But one way or another in my hand, I was going to lose or gain points with the choices that they were going to make, okay? So we're going to go down the scoring pad here. Whew. I know, this is like so intense. It's so intense.
I have some ones that were like good things.
The first thing we're going to do is we're going to look for this little symbol here at the bottom of our cards, which I don't think I have any of those, but
so
they're...
I have 2.
Yeah, they're endgame stuff that you're supposed to do.
This one says, if I had the Sovereign token, which you have over there, then I would gain 1 card of my choice from Luna, which would have been huge.
Let's put this right here so everybody can see it.
So, because at the worst case scenario, I could have taken this 18-point one, right? Just
off
of those points, but I don't. You have it.
Okay.
Which is going to give you points. I have this one here, which says, you may treat this card as having the same name as any other specific character. Oh, hi, kitty. You good? Not the time?
You could draw and roll. That's true. That would be chancy too, Mike.
I'm going to have it be this character here, which just says she'll get +10 if was Servo or Darrow. So I'll change this guy into Darrow.
Oh, that's a good card to have. Oh, that's such a good card to have.
But I won't get his bonus because I don't have a blue on me.
Yeah. Okay, so but we don't have any points for that.
Right.
Okay. Now we do the cards VP and abilities. So this way we're going to go directly through
so
the cards.
Bonuses?
Yes, tops and bottom bonuses. So we can add up the points straight across here, and then we're going to do each of these. And I'm going to kind of go through mine with all of you, okay? And I apologize in advance, Doctor, for probably like messing up your counting and stuff. So 10 up top here, and then if my fleet track is in position 6 or 8, I'm going to get another 15, which I believe I am, okay? And then if my fleet track position is 9 or 10, I would have gotten 30 though. So close, but still. I'll take, between this card here, it's 25. So I'm going to put this up here so I don't forget. Then right here, so 19. And then down here, if I am the most advanced on the fleet track or tied for the most, I get 16 points on that. If the opponent, then I would actually lose points on this. So this is the 19 plus the 16. So 35 on that one. This one here, 16. And if you and an opponent have the exact same amount of influence on the Institute, I would have gotten 19 points. Doctor.
I don't want to hear it. I have 2 cards that would have given me bonuses if I had
Why couldn't you have chosen some helium?
Because it's like worth 3 points. I needed that sovereignty token really bad though. I didn't even look at which is gonna be might be my downfall.
I needed the sovereignty token too, because if I had the sovereignty token or Octavia or Cassius, I would have gotten 20 points for that. So this is a 30-point card here.
Because you have those?
Because I have the sovereignty token. So it's 20 plus the 30.
Oh, nice.
Or I'm sorry, 20 plus the 10, which is 30. And then this one here, I'm really sad. I was looking for Victra, which, where is it? Ah, Doctor!
I picked her up early, I think. Because she was here, I think, and I picked her up.
Dang it.
I think it was like the first card I
Vigra.
grabbed.
But I kept on looking at the Vigra card, and I was like, oh, that's not them. That's not them. That would have gotten me another 20 points. So I only have the 15 on there. So
I mean, you would have given me more points, too.
What was your total?
What was your total?
Well, let's put yours on here, and then you can add up mine just to make sure.
98.
Okay, can you add up mine really quick?
Yeah, let me see your cards.
So I want you to double check just to make sure I did everything right on there.
Mine was not super great. So it's always easy to see the top one. So we got 29.
76. Okay, I think I got it.
So you can get that one.
Hello, chat. How are you enjoying this game? I'm interested to know what all of you think. I really, really like this, but it did, for 2 players, I feel like you're in that 25, 30-minute range, not necessarily the 45 to 60-minute range on it.
Well, you're doing better than me. And then your fleet track position is 6 to 8. Where you at? You're in the 6 to 8 exactly, so 15. Yeah, you're at 121.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yep, yeah, good.
All right, now
yeah, we both like needed each other's cards, which is
I know, right?
Interesting.
Now we go ahead and take the points that we earned on here. So 34, 34. You get 3 VP each for each of these little helium crystals.
I have 4. I'm at 12. You should be at 15.
Mm-hmm. Then 10 VP for having sovereignty token right here.
Yeah, you're ahead of me.
For the Institute, though, which you do have higher on the Institute. Now, for each cube here, and for a 2-player game, you actually have an extra neutral player out that will count in this. So if we had had less cubes, they could technically be first in this. But the highest level player is going to get 4 points per each token.
And you get 2.
And then I would get 2, and then third would get 1.
So you've got 14. And then I have 8, right? 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. 32 for me.
Ooh, this is going to be such a tight game. Yeah, I agree. For 2 players, especially once you know it, much closer to a 25-minute game, it's always going to depend on how quickly you push the end of the game, though. I completely agree. And I think Doctor...
I might have shot myself in the foot, though.
Always tries to push the end of the game. Like I was saying, I'm going to let you finish adding that up now that we've kind of went through the points. So Doctor always ends up trying to push the game because he knows I'm I'm in it for the long con, okay? Like when I'm looking for cards and stuff like that, I will purposely try to play a very long game so I can maximize those points. Whereas Doctor is like that shock and awe sort of person where he goes in, like surgically tries to get those things finished in order to end the game and hopefully have the base, like enough points for it. Oh my gosh.
You got me. Good game. Good game.
The totals were Doctor gets 176.
Yeah.
And I got 194 points on this. So Jason says there appears to be a lot of depth tactics needing to be flexible. I also love that it seems quick. My family might really like this because it's quick, but Thinky, they prefer 1 hour. I would say whenever you get up to that 4-player mark, you're definitely going to be hitting those longer games because the cards that you have to play can be very thinky because, like I said, if you are trying to maximize those, you're trying to figure out how to get more cards in your hand because it's not necessarily simple to get more than 5 cards in your hand. You have to have specific cards in order to get those extra cards into your hand, but it is beneficial overall. I mean, if you get an extra card in your hand, that could be anywhere from 10 to like 30 points extra, you know?
Excuse me.
So that would be huge, huge. Lots and lots of depth, though, for it being such a easy learn. Such an easy learn. I'm going to show the cards really quick here and just kind of go over. This would be your deploy action, has a little deploy thing. It is usually, if it will say if it's may or may not. Otherwise, you do have to enact whatever it is. And then your little bonus actions, everything's really clearly labeled on here. You have your little tags over here, which are going to say, oh, this is usually needs like these types of cards and stuff. And people who are like looking for certain cards and stuff, they actually have like a little picture over in that corner there. So you can kind of see very quickly as you're just sitting here with like all of them kind of fanned out, what you might need for things, which I really, really like.
Really helps
that was
out.
really, really good. So you're not having to read every single card. Like
Every single time.
Right, you kind of know what's in your hand, maybe what you're looking for. You just want to like remind yourself, so you can just kind of like look at those bars there, which I thought was really, really cool in this game. So good. So good.
I was worried that my strategy to rush it was not going to work, but...
Let's see here. Alexander says, I'm biased, Jason, but it sounds like a good
That's
foot.
fair.
They prefer less than an hour, so length would be good for me. Awesome. Like, that would be fantastic.
And thank you for being here, Alexander.
Yes, absolutely. We always appreciate being able to have like questions answered in real time. It's so
Definitely.
helpful. Like,
What really got me is you just did better on basically every front except for the VP, and I was only one ahead of you, so it wasn't enough there. You did a really good
for the
job with your
Institute.
bottom stuff.
yeah.
I didn't want to play both my copper cards at the end there because I knew I would get like another decent amount of points for having a copper card in my hand.
Yeah.
But I just couldn't make it work without, and I could have, I didn't want to like extend the game. But
You
that
were
copper
trying
would have
really
been an
hard to
extra-
get it done really fast. You really
Yeah.
were.
That copper would have been the difference though, because that would have put me at 80.
That would have gotten you
No,
close.
It would have put me at 92. It would have
Here's
put
the
me 2
thing, though.
points
You
away.
would have risked, though, the Institute points, which at that point, the Institute points were what were pumping you up at that time,
No, what
right?
I'm saying is I had 2 copper cards in my hand, the auctioneer and the other one. If I
Mhm.
would have kept the politician until I could get another copper into my hand,
Yeah.
I would have at least been able to score this point off of this guy here, which would
Okay.
have kept us within 2 points.
Oh.
But I rushed the end game by playing the politician and the auction. So I played auctioneer and then I played the politician.
Okay. All
And I
right.
knew I was going to run out. I was like, oh, I don't have enough, but this needed a copper, and then one of my other guys needed a blue.
The other
And I
thing
didn't have it.
that I didn't go over to, this is also in the collector's edition here. These are actually for your cards. I didn't use them. I was going to try to, but like your cards actually fit right in here. And it's kind of nice because you can have them displayed up. And there's one for every in there. And, you know, I mean, every fraction has their own different abilities and everything, which is amazing.
You want to flip the camera?
Oh, yeah.
To be fair, I think we actually did the epitome of our class here, because I definitely went in. I definitely went in guns blazing, just like Mars. I went in there and I was like, I got this. Ah! Yeah. All right. So apparently, not all military strategies work in all card games. Okay, that's fair. I definitely went in. I just went in like suppressing fire, and then you were just like, alliances.
I was going to say, it's a political
Alliances.
game. You have to have all your alliances intact here. That's how you're going to do
If you have
it.
enough guns and overwhelming firepower, you don't need alliances.
You don't need alliances?
I
just
did not have
super-
enough guns.
Oh, okay.
That was my
Okay. All
problem.
right.
I needed one more copper gun, and then I would have been all right. That was very tight. I like that, although I rushed the end, you still had that one last turn, which made a difference.
Yeah.
And I wasn't for sure. I wasn't for sure if I was
How it
able
was
to
gonna
do
go.
it fast enough
Yeah.
to stop you from having good stuff in your hand. And you pretty much scored a bunch of your bonuses, and I couldn't score my bonuses.
You were trying really hard.
Because
But
usually rushing you works out.
I learned from last game, Doctor, because you rushed last time, and I was
How
like,
dare you. And you say rush, but it's really hard to sit there when you know that you can end it and just be like, I'm just going to hold back. It's hard to do that when I'm like, oh, if I go
if
here.
you have 20 points worth of points sitting there, like, you might want to hold back. That's 20 points.
Yeah, you say that, but then when somebody ends it early and then you get none of those points, you're just like, oh, I got no points and I didn't get the other things if I would have ended it.
Jason is saying, I'm imagining a hypothetical expansion that somehow involves the Sons of Ares. There's a lot of potential here.
Oh, yeah.
But that kind of gets into the story, which I know wasn't the focus of the game. Well, they did a fantastic job, and it made me really excited to read the book.
With
so.
having no knowledge of the actual story base, the game was still interesting enough that it made me want to like delve more into it. So that way when I play these cards, I can be like, oh, I've seen other people like this, or oh, I've seen that elite before and stuff.
Well, and it's always fun whenever you do have a game that interests you in the book, or vice versa. You know, you're like, oh man, like this was an amazing book. Like I wonder how they implemented this, and to see that kind of go through.
Very
So,
good. This is a classy game. I mean, this collector's edition is like fancy.
The collector's edition is hot, everyone. Like,
There's
if you're
some
into like
production,
premium
If you've
board game
got
production
somebody
content.
in your family that's even just like a light game player, but they enjoy the books, this would be a real fancy gift.
Yeah. Well, thank you for everybody that joined us today. If you are interested in this game, the pre-order is going to be open very, very soon, which is within the next 24 hours, I believe it was said.
48 hours, yeah, I think so.
48 hours. So make sure to get on there and get your edition right away, because I see this going fast.
Get revenge.
I see this is going to go fast.
Everyone, get revenge for Mars. Don't forget about Mars.
Other than that, we will see all of you later. Thank you so much for joining us. We loved having all of you in chat today. Bye.